Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're exploring a deeply personal and honestly often unspoken part of cancer recovery, the survivor's journey of mental rebuilding. When treatment finally ends, there's this immense expectation to just go back to normal. But for so many of us, there are these totally unexpected cognitive hurdles waiting right there on the other side. So if you've been wondering why you just literally cannot focus since your treatment ended, I want to set a very clear, very validating tone right from the start. You are in a safe space here, and what you're experiencing is absolutely real and completely understandable.
Let's actually dive right into a deeply relatable moment. I stood in the grocery store for 10 minutes trying to remember why I'd walked in. 10 minutes. If you've lived this, you know that exact sinking feeling, right? You aren't old, you aren't losing your mind, but there you are standing in aisle 4, completely blank. It's a profound moment of disorientation, and I really wanted to start here to immediately connect with those of you watching who maybe thought you were the only ones feeling this way. Trust me, you're not.
So let's get into Section 1, the unexpected fog, navigating the post-treatment haze. Here's the thing about this fog. Medical teams are great at preparing you for the physical exhaustion or the hair loss, but they really sit you down and say, hey, months from now, you might actually forget your own phone number. And because nobody warns you, when it happens, you panic. You think you're slipping. You think, oh no, is this early dementia or that you're just not handling your recovery well? Let's dismantle that fear right now. The medical community actually has a specific term for this: chemo-induced cognitive impairment. What that translates to is simply this: your brain worked incredibly hard, it literally went through a war alongside the rest of your body, and right now, it just needs time to find its way home. It's a physical, biological reaction to an intense medical trauma.
I want you to hear this, and I'm going to say it slowly and directly. Chemo brain is real. It is incredibly common. And most importantly, it is not your fault. If you're holding on to any lingering fear or maybe some quiet shame that you're somehow failing at your recovery, let it go. You did absolutely nothing wrong. Your body and your mind are just processing a truly enormous event.
Moving on to Section 2. What is chemo brain? Understanding the invisible struggle.
Because when you can't remember a word, it really feels like the books in your mind are just gone forever, right? Just totally blank shelves. But the reality is quite different. Think of your brain a bit like a bookshelf that just got knocked over during a massive earthquake. The books aren't gone. Your memories, your knowledge, they're all still right there, just scattered on the floor. You can see them. You just can't find the specific one you need at the exact second you need it, simply because they're temporarily disorganized.
So how does this knocked-over bookshelf actually show up in everyday life? Well, it shows up in these incredibly frustrating small ways. You walk into a room and completely forget why. You lose a super simple word mid-sentence. It's right on the tip of your tongue, but it stubbornly refuses to come out. You find yourself reading the exact same paragraph 3 times just to grasp what it means. Or you feel more completely exhausted by 3 p.m. than you ever used to be by midnight. If you're nodding along right now, please know that you are seen and your experience is entirely textbook.
But for a lot of survivors, the absolute worst part isn't actually the forgetting itself. It's the emotional toll. It's the shame. It's forgetting something small and instantly hearing this harsh internal critic whisper, see, you're not yourself anymore. And we really have to acknowledge how incredibly hard that internal voice can be. The physical fog is one thing, but the emotional weight of feeling disconnected from your own identity, that is a remarkably heavy burden to carry.
Which brings us to Section 3, the heavy toll of treatment, why your brain is exhausted. Chemotherapy, and cancer treatments in general, are incredibly strong medicines. They're doing their necessary, life-saving jobs, killing the cells they need to kill. But the reality is they are also exhausting your entire system. Your brain is a physical part of your body. When your body goes through something that punishing, your brain gets profoundly tired too.
And it's never just the medication. It's the sheer volume of compounding factors weighing heavily on your healing brain. Think about the stacking weight of massive hormone changes, months of brutal sleep disruption, the severe physical stress of surgeries and radiation, and perhaps most heavily, the sheer emotional weight of facing down cancer. All of this just stacks right on top of your cognitive function, demanding energy your brain simply doesn't have to spare right now. But I want to highlight a critically important word for you right now: season. This is a season. For the vast majority of people, this cognitive exhaustion is not forever. It's a temporary state of healing. It requires immense patience, yes, for sure, but there is profound hope for your recovery. You are not stuck here permanently.
Let's look at Section 4, gentle ways to cope, practical strategies for the fog. We're going to walk through 3 highly manageable steps here. And I want you to view these not as signs of failure or, giving up, but as essential, specialized tools for navigating the fog while your mind does the hard work of healing behind the scenes.
Step 1. Write everything down. Literally, stop trying to hold it all in your head. Use lists, dictate notes into your phone, put sticky notes on your bathroom mirror. Do not do this because you feel like you're failing. Do this because you are human. Relying on external tools takes this immense, completely unnecessary pressure off a mind that is actively trying to heal. Just offload the mental burden wherever you can.
Step 2 is really about surrendering to the reality of the moment. When you cannot focus, stop forcing it. Step away, take a walk outdoors, and just breathe. We are so conditioned to believe that pushing through our limits is a virtue, right? But with Chemo Brain, pushing through actively makes it worse. Resting actually makes it better. Resting is a highly productive, active part of the rebuilding process. When you finally stop fighting your tired brain, you actually give it the space it so desperately needs to recover.
And step 3 is embracing the timeline. As one survivor beautifully described it, the fog didn't lift in a week. It lifted in months, slowly, quietly, like morning coming in. Cognitive recovery is incredibly gradual. You won't wake up one Tuesday and suddenly be entirely back to normal. It requires giving yourself immense patience and grace over a long period of time. You just have to celebrate the small moments of clarity as they begin to piece themselves back together.
Okay, Section 5. Rebuilding your mind. Moving forward with compassion.
If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer today, please hold on to this one thing. The very fact that you are worried about your brain, the fact that you're frustrated by the fog, proves one undeniable thing. You are still here and you are still you. Your core identity, your awareness, your soul, it is all beautifully, wonderfully intact. The books are still on the shelf. You're just waiting for the dust to settle. If today you forgot a meeting, or lost a word, or just felt incredibly slow, it absolutely does not mean you are fundamentally damaged. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. Your body and your mind are healing from something enormous. Rebuilding a mind takes time. It takes a lot of energy, and it is a testament to your incredible survival.
I want to leave you with a lingering thought here. If a dear friend came to you totally exhausted after battling for their life and started apologizing because they forgot why they walked into a grocery store, you'd wrap them in grace, wouldn't you? You would tell them to rest. So I have to ask you, how will you be as kind to your own mind as you'd be to a friend going through this? Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this season. Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and remember, take all the time you need to rebuild.